Hello, my absolutely beautiful Taurus friends, and welcome to your horoscope for August of 2021. Where Taurus, this month, you've got a beautiful new moon that's going to light up the fourth house space, but then also we've got this delicious full moon that's going to be happening again at the tip top of the chart in the 10th house. And this is really a beautiful continuation of energy that we experienced in July because we had a full moon that was at 1 degree of Aquarius, and now we've got another full moon at 29 degrees of Aquarius. So it's very much so an ongoing conversation. So right here in the beginning of the forecast, I want you to take a minute, take a deep breath, do some thinking. What was happening for you in July around the full moon? What is continuing to play out for you around the career zone? And not only career zone, but your public image, your reputation, what we call you. And remember that this can also be, were you married and now you're divorced? You were single, now you're married. What's the new title that we call you, or what are you moving towards in this soul level way in this career or public area? So please take a minute to reflect on that, because we really want to string this conversation together that's happening for you. Not to mention, we've got Uranus stepping into retrograde in your sign this month, which I think is going to be absolutely fabulous. It may give you a little bit of a deep breath, which will be lovely. Venus is going to move into Libra. While it's not your sign, it is a fellow sign that is ruled by Venus. So there tends to be a fair amount of comfort that comes with that movement. So all in all, Taurus, I think a pretty good month. I do want you to make sure that you are watching the weekly forecast videos so that you can see the dates and the times where we need to be prepared to shift and pivot and not make really big plans. So make sure you're checking those out in the weeklies. I'll make sure there's a card around here someplace, or you can just click into the playlist, okay? All right, Taurus, let's get in here and see what is going on in August. So first things first, as we're coming into this August timeframe, we're going to have this new moon happening in the energy of Leo. Now, this is going to happen at 16 degrees, lighting up down here your fourth house space. Absolutely brilliant energy. At the new moon, we are planting our seeds of intention. Okay, we're planting them in the soil of magic because it's dark in the sky, so we don't really know what's happening. But this is in Leo energy. So we want to be planting seeds of intention that talk about your expression, what you love, what brings you joy. Leo is our joy energy. It is motivated and ruled by the sun. So this is a very big, vital, powerful new moon that's happening for you. And it's one of these moons that works from the insides and the outsides, because when the sun and the moon are together, when our luminaries travel together, absolutely anything is possible. So you want to keep that in mind. Now, this particular moon is also going to be square to Uranus. So it creates a little bit of excitement. So, I was saying, what was happening for you in July around some of the Aquarian themes, what you add to your community, what is, what's your long range goal, plan, and vision for yourself? At this new moon, kind of consider this in that square with Uranus, a really delicious space of a container that's saying, hey, Taurus, what's yours? What's your voice? What's your special thing that just makes your heart sing? What's great for your children? What's great for your family? Where do you need to bring some love and extend some joy into the home zone? And that actually, by owning this little piece of your world, allows you to have something to give out into the greater world. How does what's happening in your home zone, the decisions that you're making here, play into your long range plans, goals, and designs? And so we have that Aquarius moon, one in Leo, and then another one in Aquarius coming up that you'll get to answer that question. So plant seeds of intention to have some joy in the home zone. Maybe even things are happening with children in the home zone. That could definitely be something that is going on for you at this particular time, but take a little bit of a risk to have some joy in this area, okay? As we move on and we get a little bit down the road, we are going to see Mercury move into the energy of Virgo. So Mercury on the 11th is having this homecoming into Virgo energy, as Mercury is the natural ruler of this Virgo space. So this is going to light up your fifth house space. Then we have this theme here of joy. The fifth house is naturally the space of joy, of play, of taking a risk. There's some romance that happens here. There is this energy again of self-expression. But now as Mercury is here in the energy of Virgo, how I think this gets a little bit different is we have to be more meticulous and discerning about the details in this particular area of your life. As well, Mercury will do what Mercury does, and it busies an area. Mercury is going to move through Virgo, all the way through Virgo, and head into Libra this month. So Mercury is moving along, which means that in these areas of your life that are impacted by mercurial energy, you may find that they are moving quite quickly. This also includes your second house, Taurus, because it is ruled by Gemini, which is ruled by Mercury. So money could be going for you quickly. You could be spending. The fifth house is a house of pleasure. So we could be making pleasure purchases, having pleasure conversations, having a short pleasure trip. Maybe you are spending money on that school supplies for them kids, right? It could definitely be any one of these particular busies that comes to your table. Now, the other thing I love about Mercury coming into this fifth house space in Virgo quality is if you are starting something new or you've been working on something, you're at a conception of something, Virgo's going to help you discern down those details. It's going to help you see what needs to be the priority. And I will tell you, with Virgo as the natural healer of our zodiac, especially with their hands, prioritize your peace. Prioritize your peace, prioritize, Taurus, your health, prioritize your heart. These are important. And I promise you this month, after you prioritize your peace, someone is going to be upset, Taurus, because you are not on board with their drama. And it is because you have prioritized your own peace. So take that with you, do with it as you will, and let me know how that hits you this month, Taurus, okay? All right, as we get a few more days down the road, we are going to see Venus, your ruling planet, move on, get into the energy of Libra. So coming into another home court space where Venus is working quite comfortably in the energy of Libra. So you actually have a nice semblance with this energy as well. It actually, I think for you, Taurus, gives you this really nice kind of airy quality, because Libra is an air sign, but there's a resonance. Now, typically earth and air are not seen as compatible energies, but sometimes we've got to have air stir up some things that are just even on the surface of the earth, you know, get it moving a little bit, create a little bit of a sandstorm to kind of lift things and separate, right? You lift things, and what's too heavy to go needs to fall back down, and the other things need to be separated. So it's actually a really nice sweeping of the earthy area. So I think you get a little bit of that quality this month. So, you know, even as I'm describing it, what is this? What is the sense or the feeling that you have about this that could bring some change into your life? This is in the sixth house area. So this is health, wellness. Your daily routine is going to be included in here. Work and work projects. This could be a wonderful energy. Venus coming into the sixth in terms of work can really bump up the energy around work. It brings a lot of diplomacy. Libra is a natural partnership energy. So you could be cooperating or collaborating with other people in project this month that is actually really, really lovely. The ideas are flowing. And with Venus, because she's so comfortable in Libra, it could almost be like you've never felt like you've worked as easily before. It could be a wonderful payout for you from past projects coming this direction, Taurus. How delicious would that be as well? Now, the sixth house is also the house of service to others and small animals. So I definitely think, you know, if your help is needed somewhere this month, Taurus, I think you're going to be able to show up in a really lovely partnership or collaboration to be of service to that as well. Keep in mind, Venus is still Venus. You are still ruled by Venus. All this air stirring up the earth, okay? You might be a little snacky. Okay, you might want to eat just a little bit more. Venus is a comfortable energy. So just make sure that you're paying attention to prioritizing your peace, prioritizing your heart, prioritize your health as well, and keep it in check so that you can be the best version of you, okay? All right, as we move on, we're going to see Uranus hit this retrograde in your sign. Now, it's going to take this retrograde at 14 degrees of Taurus. So my friends, if you have planets or points that are at 14 degrees of Taurus or 14 degrees of the fixed signs, that's Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, or Aquarius, I want you to pay attention because it's going to have some kind of interaction with this Uranus retrograde. Now, as Uranus retrogrades, it's showing us and giving us the opportunity to go back, Taurus, into you. What behaviors, actions, attitudes have you been maybe working on? You've been developing them so that you can be free. What's going to make you free, Taurus? Is this financial freedom? Is this shedding that weight freedom? Is it shedding the emotional and spiritual weight freedom? What actions, attitudes, and behaviors are you trying to have some maturity? Get that wrapped in some affluence of the spirit so that you can be free and move forward. Where are you breaking out from hiding behind the scenes, Taurus, and really coming into your own? And you've been working on this for a little bit as Uranus has been in Taurus, because it's been shaking you up, not stirring you, okay? And now that Uranus is retrograde, you're going to put that under review. You're going to go back over these things to see where you still need freedom. Where have you done well? You've been doing some work, but sometimes things are sticky. You know what I mean? Think about vacuuming. If you just did one pass and then went someplace else, you'd miss all kinds of stuff in the carpet, right? So you sometimes have to give it another pass. So retrogrades kind of work like that pass of the vacuum to make sure you're getting all the stuff sucked up that doesn't need to be there. So as you're enjoying, and I really mean that, as you are enjoying or experiencing this retrograde time, take it quite seriously, because this is your cosmic invitation to freedom. This is your cosmic invitation to freedom and to go back, own your healing, see where you still need to surrender and or step up, own it, and then start to participate in that way, okay? Oh, I just love that. And I'm a 14-degree Taurus sun, so let me tell you, the freedom is real, my friends. All right, as we get to the 22nd, we're going to have a full moon in the energy of Aquarius. This one's going to be at 29 degrees, opposing the sun, of course, down here. Now, as I said, we had that full moon already at 1 degree of Aquarius in July. Now, this one is like a culmination at 29 degrees, and it's in this 10th house space for you. So the full moon says that something needs to be ended, acknowledged, or adjusted. We need to create a shift here. So in your career life, in the public, with the people, in what you do to offer to your community, in your long range plans, goals, and designs, my beautiful friends, where are you bringing something to an ending, an acknowledgement, or an adjustment in your workforce? At this particular point, we are past the halfway portion of the calendar year. So what needs to be changed? Are your books in order? Are your numbers, your business plan, are they in order at work? What's happening for you? Is this bringing an adjustment into this workforce for you? Could this bring professional achievement and advancement? This moon is happening in the same energy space that Jupiter and Saturn, even though they are retrograde, it's right here. So this could definitely be an advancement for you as well, Taurus. So I want you to keep your eyes on what was happening at that moon. You are seeing it play out now, and we'll watch it come to its full culmination in this next 4 weeks. So look for things around that career zone, the reputation zone, or what you're doing in public. Because remember, just because it's the 10th house, it doesn't mean it has to be your career. Maybe you are retired and your career now is volunteering, being the best grandparent ever, sheltering cats and cucumbers, whatever you are doing out there, this is applicable to you as well, okay? Also on the 22nd, we're going to see the sun take a shift and move into Virgo. Now, as the sun moves into this Virgo energy, lights up the 5th house space, which has already been ripe with energy for you, joy, expression, things with the children. By the 22nd, many children will, in fact, be back in school, looking at those details, getting very Virgo, very structured, very prioritized in what the year is going to be. But also for you here, as the sun comes here, remember, it brings light, heat, life, and vitality. So you are motivated where the sun is at. You are motivated to get that project started. You are motivated to sing that song. You are motivated to take that risk over here. You are motivated to live your best life and sign up for fall soccer because that's what you're into, right? We do speculation in this area. We take a risk. You are ready to invest in that business. You are ready to invest in that account. You are ready to invest in your IRA, whatever it is. You're ready to take some kind of risk in this particular area. Maybe even it's just the risk of continuing to move your own project, your own work forward. Whatever it is, Taurus, I fully support you with this sun energy being here. But again, watch those weekly videos so you can see where you need to pivot and you need to adjust, okay? All right, and as we close out this gorgeous month, we're going to see Mercury move at the end of the month into the energy of Libra. I'm telling you, Mercury has been flying. You know, typically, Mercury's a pretty quick moving planet in general, but over this last handful of months, I feel like Mercury has just been like do, 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 do. And maybe you've really experienced that, especially around your children or your joy and love and expression zones and your money, Taurus. So now that Mercury has moved into the energy of Libra, this is where we find a little bit more balance of the thought coming into place, balance of decisions, balance of the daily routine. And there's something about getting past the 22nd of August that does bring a semblance of some kind of steady state to the energies as we get ready to welcome out the summer energies and welcome in fall. So we'll start to, I think personally, feel this adjustment at this particular time. But in your 6th house zone, because it is about communication projects, things with coworkers, working together, making decisions, signing contracts, working on these presentations, these could all be things. Maybe this is where you sign that contract to work with that personal trainer or that medical professional, and you start to be more of an active participant in your healthcare. You are a partner in your healthcare. You are a partner in your daily routine. You are a partner with your body. Treat your body as a partner, not a slave. Also, in the arena of service, and I also include small pets in that service, you may really need to be making some decisions around pets at this particular time. This is beaming actually very loud for me as we sit here at the end of the month. You know, maybe do you have a pet who potentially needs a surgery, or you're like, I think it's time to bring a pet into our house. Does a family member have a pet they can't take care of? Whatever the pet situation is, please let me know if that is your arena down below. Somebody's got a horse, so let me know what that is in the comment section down below. I would love to see how this is manifesting for you. Either way, Taurus, pets, no pets, job, no job, whatever is happening, you've got beautiful energies on the table this month. This forecast is meant to act as a guide so you can kind of see what's coming. But as always, grab your chart, see where these degrees are happening and playing out for you so that you can see what kind of month you're really having in the nuance and details of your particular chart. And if you don't have a chart, go to astro.com, get one for free, order one from me. You can get it in the description box down below or by coming to stormiegrace.com. I absolutely love all of you, and I cannot wait to see you next month and to see what happens for you. Remember, with the YouTube Academy, right now we are on a 3-week break. We will see you at the end of August. So if you haven't had a chance to watch the courses, watch the videos, ask the questions you need to ask, go back and take your time to do that. And if you haven't seen the syllabus yet, because maybe you're new here, come to stormiegrace.com, click that tab that says YouTube Academy, and see all the classes that have happened and will happen. I love you guys, and I'll see you next month. Bye, everyone.